Hello there, welcome to Paranormal. My name is Kara Thusen, and I combine my love of Does it look like my head's floating? Oh my gosh, I'm not going to change. Sorry, I have a floating head situation going on here, I think. I don't know how it looks to you guys. Anyways, I combine my love of snacks and ghost attacks, so if that's your thing, why don't you go ahead and subscribe, and if you already have, thank you very much. So I'm doing things a little different today. I'll be making a snack at the end of the video. We're trying new things here, trying to see what format looks best. So if you can let me know in the comment section what format you think looks best, if I should do recipe during the show or at the end, whatever. Anyway, today I'm making Buffalo Ranch Oyster crackers. They're delicious, so you're gonna wanna watch till the end. So today I have 3 spine-chilling ghost stories, with each progressively terrifying. So let's get into it. Story number 1 was submitted by Candace, and we'll call it Keep Quiet. When Candace was a little girl, she lived in a home with an odd addition. This addition was her bedroom. It was attached to her parents' master bedroom, with a door dividing the 2 rooms. There was a second door that led out from her room into the hallway. It was the middle of the night, and Candace awoke needing to use the restroom. She went over to the door leading to the hallway, turned the knob, and it wouldn't open. There was no lock on the door. She tried, and it wouldn't open. This door has never jammed before, and she's beginning to panic. So she's trying, so she runs over to her parents' master bedroom door, the door between the rooms, and she's banging, and she's saying, "My door won't open, it's locked, it won't open." Her mom went around and easily opened the door. As her mom was trying to calm her down, she couldn't help but think that someone or something was messing with her. Here's the interesting part. As she's retelling the story to her sister in that same room, many years later, mind you, their hearts were pounding as she recounts the night. But as they leave the room, they turn the doorknob, and again, it wouldn't open. It was as if talking about it made it happen again. They're pulling in tears and in full panic, screaming for their parents, when all of a sudden, the door opens easily. Remember just 2 seconds ago when I said it was as if talking about it made it happen again? Keep that in mind as I tell you the next experience. Again, Candace was in bed asleep, and she was startled by the pain and jolt of someone punching her in the back. She thought it was her brother, but everyone was sound asleep. You can't mistake a punch. So who was it? What was it? Throughout the years, she'd feel a presence, along with someone poking at her, physically poking at her, when no one was around. Later, as she grew up and moved out, got married, so those experiences subsided. As she told me these stories, I thought, that's pretty scary, especially as a kid, that's scary. A couple weeks after she told me these experiences, she had an update. She was out on a date with her husband, and she now has 3 small children. The youngest son called her while she was on the date and said, in tears, that somebody had punched him. So Candace is thinking, okay, which one of the siblings punched him? So she asked, and he said, that's the thing, I was just running downstairs and somebody punched me hard in the chest, but no one was around. Again, could talking about it make it happen again? Was the spirit attached to Candace and her family? Or is this all just circumstantial? Let me know. Story number 2 was submitted by Reddit user BlueMoon0902. We don't have a name for her, so we're just gonna go by her Reddit name. And we're gonna call this story Under the Bed. So she and her husband had lived in this home for about 3 years. It's a rental home. And when they first moved in, little things would happen. They'd hear a doorbell go off multiple times. Pretty innocuous, right? Doorbells ring. You push a button, it rings. Here's the thing though, this house, it didn't have a doorbell. Not that they could see. So she thought maybe it did, and it was battery powered, so it's somewhere in the house. They searched the house, the attic, nothing. Okay, maybe they just didn't find it. Big deal. Her husband would talk about seeing shadow people in the house. You know, shadow people, you can see someone running out of the corner of your eye, out of your peripheral. That's what he saw. And she thought, okay, weird. She didn't experience that. He had sleep paralysis. And in the sleep paralysis dreams, there was a little girl staring at him, expressionless. Creepy, right? But she chalked it all up to him having PTSD. But then she started to notice that doors would open and close, lights would turn on and off, the TV would turn back to its home screen, and things would be misplaced that she swore were in the place that she put it. But again, she logically thinking, okay, there's probably electrical issues. Maybe I closed that door and forgot. Maybe I misplaced this item. She just tries everything she can to debunk this, which is easy to do. You can just think, okay, I'm forgetful, right? Well, her husband works nights, so often it's her and her 1-year-old home alone. And ever since her 1-year-old was born, nothing really happened. It was pretty tame, pretty quiet until this night. So her husband was at work and she's sleeping in bed, and her 1-year-old, of course, wakes up. So sleep-deprived mom goes to the room and grabs baby, puts her in bed with her. Baby falls asleep. Mom's wide awake. I can relate to this. I have a 2-year-old. So she's on Hulu trying to decide what to watch. And the end of her bed lifts up as if someone had picked it up and slams to the ground. So it lifts up about 6 inches off the ground and slams to the ground, and you can audibly hear it slam to the ground. She thinks, oh crap, somebody's in my house, somebody's under my bed, I gotta get out of here. She's paralyzed, but she thinks, wait a second, I can't even fit under the bed. So she scoops up her baby football style, hops off the bed as far as she could, runs and grabs her gun. The kitchen light is on, and she's standing there calling her husband, sobbing, saying, come home, you need to come home, telling him what happened. And of course he believes her because he's experienced some crazy stuff in that house. So she's waiting for her husband to come home, and the kitchen light starts to dim. And she thinks, oh crap, no, I'm out of here. Runs out of the house in just a t-shirt and panties and waits for her husband to come home. When he gets there, he runs around the house looking for somebody, and no one's there. He tells her, nobody broke in, there's no one here. And she's thinking, this is even more terrifying because now it's a spirit or something, I don't know, that I can't control. She went on the internet trying to debunk this. I asked her, do you have dimmers on your lights? And she said, no, none of them. So this happened just a few days ago. And of course she's terrified and wondering what she should do. Searching the internet to find something to debunk this levitating bed, and nothing. So what do you think she should do? I think move and burn down the house, obviously. But what would a logical thing be? What do you guys think? Leave a comment below. Story number 3 was also submitted on Reddit, and we're gonna go ahead and call her Taylor. And the title of this story is Babysitting a Ghost. When Taylor was 13 years old, she was a regular babysitter for this sweet little girl named Emma. Emma was a babysitter's dream, just well-behaved, very likable, sweet. And Emma lived in a home that was pretty open concept. So it was like the living room, dining room, kitchen were all pretty open with each other. And then there was a hallway with Emma's room on one end and her parents' room with an attached bathroom on the other. So one night as Taylor was babysitting Emma, she put her to bed and started flipping through the channels. And it was about 10:30 at this time when she heard Emma walking down the hall towards the bathroom. So she waited and Emma left the bathroom and she didn't hear a flush. So she turns around and she says, "Emma, you need to flush the toilet." And as she turns around, she sees black tips of the hair coming by his room. Well, here's the thing. Emma is blonde. So she panics. She gets up and she busts open into Emma's room, looks under her bed, looks in the closet, searching and searching for somebody with black hair in Emma's room. And Emma's getting up and she's rubbing her eyes and she's like, "What's going on?" And she says, "Oh, nothing, just go back to sleep." And she thinks, okay, maybe I just imagined it. Maybe I just saw something that was nothing. And so she starts to walk out of the room and she's walking away and she can hear Emma's voice. So she stops and hears Emma say, "You should have said something. Don't scare her like that. I really like her." So paralyzed, she's thinking, okay, I did see something. This must be, it has to be a spirit, an entity, something, a little girl that's her imaginary friend, but I saw her as well. It's all very confusing. So Taylor decided not to tell Emma's mom about this, and she thought maybe it's just a sweet little spirit that's keeping Emma company because Emma doesn't seem to be fearful of her. So from that point on, she would set the table, a little extra place setting for her friend, and if Emma was coloring, she'd leave out extra crowns for her friend, and this really seemed to please Emma. But I don't know, dude, if I were that babysitter, I think that would be my last night for sure. What do you guys think? What would you do? All right, preheat your oven to 250 degrees. In here I have 4 tablespoons of melted butter, 1 packet of ranch dip, and it's the 1 ounce pack, and then a 1/3 cup of Frank's RedHot buffalo sauce, and you're just gonna stir that all together. Until it's well mixed. Then dump in your oyster crackers. That's what oyster crackers look like, in case you were wondering. And stir that and mix it all together. And stir that and mix it all together. Once this is all mixed together, pour it on a foil or parchment lined baking sheet and bake for 15 to 25 minutes, stirring every 5 minutes. Do you guys ever have those weeks where it's like everyone's against you, everything's against you, nothing's working out, and your depression and anxiety are like, hey, we're here, we've extended our stay, and it's gonna be amazing? Well, that was this week for me, and that was this video for me. So this is just your friendly reminder to be kind to everybody. You never know what somebody's been through, what they're going through, and how fragile they are. So just be kind. With that said, I somehow managed to delete or not push record to the ending of this video. So with that said, the crackers were amazing, and I would say don't bake them any less than 20 minutes. So 20 to 25 minutes is ideal if you want them crispy. And then I started a vlog called Paranormal Vlogs. It's super creative, which the first vlog will be up on Friday. So if you want to subscribe to that, link in the description box. We're going to be showing some Halloween looks, easy makeup looks. I'll link where I got the costumes. So if you're looking for something simple that you can duplicate as far as makeup goes, I would suggest subscribing. And then September, we're going to be doing some hometown legend stories here on Paranormal. So if you have any stories from your hometown that you want to submit, that'd be awesome. Link in the description box again. Anyways, thank you so much for subscribing. Thank you so much for the support that I've had throughout these couple months that I've been doing this. I really appreciate it. And with that said, be kind, and I will see you next week. Bye.